welcome back to my channel. Now today I've got a bit of a treat for you all. I'm going to do a video with 3 treats, desserts, whatever you want to call them, that are under 5 Syns each. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a cooking show again for you. You can see how you make them and whatever. One of them is really easy. It's just literally putting ingredients in a bowl. I'm making a raspberry Eton mess. Again, so it's just putting nice fresh raspberries in a bowl with some meringue and some vanilla Muller Light for you. I've got the famous Slimming World Weetabix cake, which I'm going to show you next. And I've also got a 1-minute chocolate pudding, which is done in a mug in a microwave. So if you want to see me make these delicious desserts, treats, whatever you want to call them, you need to keep watching. Okay then guys, first of all we're going to start with the Weetabix cake. So in this bowl here I've got 2 Weetabix, and I'm going to add 110 grams of sultanas to it. And then I'm also going to add 150 ml of skimmed milk and 150 ml of just cold water that I've just pre-measured here. I'm just going to leave the Weetabix soak up all the liquid. Give it a bit of a stir, and Weetabix will soften. Okay then, so once your Weetabix has soaked up the majority of the liquid, you need to add in 110 grams of self-raising flour, a teaspoon of mixed spice, um, 15 grams of sweetener, and 1 beaten egg. So just give that all a big stir. Mix them all in really, really well. God, I love bacon, especially if I can eat it as well. It's going to be lovely. So, it looks, I'll show you now, make sure everything's mixed in. It looks a bit of a gloopy mess, and something that you would have probably made before with your mother when she was letting you play about in the kitchen. I can smell the Weetabix and the mixed spice, smells really good. Get yourself a loaf tin. I buy these prepared loaf tin baking sheets. They're amazing, rather than faffing and buttering and cutting and whatever. And then you just pour. Closer for me to do because I can't reach. So I'm going to use my silicone spatula because it literally gets everything out. Just pour it in there. There you go. Now this goes in a 180-degree oven, preheated, so preheat it before you start, and cook it for an hour and a quarter. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay then guys, we are on to dessert number 2, which is a raspberry Eton mess. Okay then, well we start by getting a good handful of raspberries. You can use a blender, but I like to keep the raspberries a little bit more shaped and like quite a thick kind of like puree kind of thing we're making. So we've got a handful of raspberries. I'm just going to use a fork just to like mush them down and get them nice and gooey and lumpy and good. So this recipe that I'm going to link down below for you is going to serve 4, but I just halved it to do for 2. When you add then a bit of sweetener, say a spoon, I'll do a little that in, and you get then like this do a few more actually. My husband's in for a treat tonight because he's going to have to eat the other one of these. Just a little bit more sweet now just to make sure. I quite like the tartness of the fruit in there because you have got the meringue as well, so you don't need it to be... Okay, so I'm going to use this spoon. So I've got these two glass bowls which look very pretty. I'm just going to spoon a bit on the bottom. And then it's one meringue per person. So then just break your meringue up. And save a little bit for after. It's a bit of a mess, but make sure you get, you know, a portion of meringue. Just a crumble on top. And then go in with vanilla Muller Light and use this like your cream, like your custard. So pour some on. And then just layer. Okay, put a bit more raspberry puree on. Spread round, so you can see it. Okay, and then crumble that on top. Leave a tiny bit just to dust over at the very end. Oh my gosh, it's quite fun crushing meringues. And then a bit more yogurt. To use my second one just to finish that off. Okay, now then for the pièce de résistance, just a couple of raspberries on top. Remove that yogurt so you can see it, and then last little flourish of meringue. Right then guys, we're on to our final dessert for today's video, and that is the 1 minute chocolate pudding dessert. Now it's made in a mug, it's very exciting and it takes 1 minute, so if you're in a quick, I need some chocolate pudding fix, then this recipe is for you. So keep watching. Right then, for the 1 minute chocolate pudding, you start off with a mug, and they like you to have one with a rounded base, because when you turn it out it looks a little bit nicer on the plate then. So first of all, to your mug you add 1 egg, and give that a whisk. So you see it going a bit, you know, a bit fluffy and frothy. Good workout for you. I don't know if you can add it to Body Magic mine, but okay, that's fine. And then to that, then you add 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, and then 3 tablespoons of sweetener. And then whisk it all together. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Now then, off. Now you need to microwave this, which makes it the 1 minute fast one. So it's a bit like a mug cake, but it's Slimming World friendly. So I am just going to pop that in the microwave. I'll be back now in 1 minute. I'm just going to get my spatula. I'm just easing it out. Oh my gosh, guys, this is literally the first one, so if it works, I'd be... Ow, that was hot. I don't know if it's coming out. Okay. That is a little bit of a wonky. But what you need to do then is put some nice raspberries on top. If they'll stay on top, I don't know. I've never been one for fancy dancy. And then drizzle of vanilla yogurt. Ooh. There we go. Guys, that is the 1 minute Slimming World chocolate pudding. Alright, there we go then. There's the trio of desserts that I've made today for you all. So we have the 1 minute chocolate pudding, and that is 3 Syns per pudding. We have the raspberry Eton mess, that is 4.5 Syns. And then we have the Weetabix cake. The Weetabix cake is, the Syn value is based on 12 slices from the cake. So each slice then is 3 Syns also. So there you go, that's it. Enjoy. Right then, well that's it. Thank you again for joining me. I hope I've sorted and fixed all your little sweet tooths out there with the desserts. If there's anything else you'd like to see, let me know in the comment box below. Just type in any of the suggestions for future videos, that'd be great. I thought the sweet tooth one would be quite good because I know sometimes that's where I seem to struggle anyway. I always fancy something really naughty and worried about it. But with this way, I think I'm going to eat all these today probably. But yeah, so thank you for joining me once again. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. It means the world to me. And I shall see you now on Thursday for my 3rd weigh-in results. And fingers crossed we've lost weight again. Okay, take care guys. See you soon. Bye.